What if I told you that reading doesn't just make you smarter, it makes you a whole new type of smart? From solving problems quicker to understanding people better, the secret science behind reading is life-changing. Let's break it down. Before we dive into how reading boosts your brain, we need to understand what being smart actually means. And spoiler, it's not just one thing. There are three main types of intelligence that we can measure: fluid intelligence, crystallized intelligence, and social or emotional intelligence. So the first type of intelligence is fluid intelligence. This is the classical type of intelligence that you would think of when you think of a smart person, scoring well on IQ tests. This is essentially your ability to solve problems without prior knowledge based on patterns. So think about your brain's ability to analyze certain situations or adapt when the situation changes or life throws different things at you. This could be solving puzzles or adapting to new situations in your life. Or perhaps you got a new car and you don't know how to operate it. Based on the patterns that are already in your mind, this intelligence will determine how fast you can learn to operate something. The second type of intelligence is crystallized intelligence. This is all the knowledge you've learned over time: how to bake bread, the capital cities of Europe, a party trick that you might know, all the fun facts that you know that could impress people. This is all crystallized intelligence. Crystallized intelligence in your brain is essentially a library, and the more you read, the more books it attains and the more it grows. So the third and final type of intelligence is emotional or social intelligence. This is your ability to know what's going on inside of another person's brain. It is your ability to empathize with someone when they're going through something, or the ability to know what joke will make another person laugh. This is your ability to navigate social situations, make friends, maybe get into dating, get a girlfriend. All of this depends on your emotional or social intelligence, because to do all of these things, you need to first understand properly what is going on inside of another person's mind. Now that we've defined intelligence, let's go into how reading supercharges each type. And the science on this is wild. So how does reading improve fluid intelligence? Now, it's no surprise that someone who's maybe 40 years old probably has a higher level of fluid intelligence than someone who's 16. This is because the 40-year-old has been exposed to newer ideas, new patterns, has different perspective on things. They have more life experience and they've been through more things, so they know how to solve certain problems better. Now, when you read, you're basically getting secondhand life experience. When you read a book, a story, you're essentially observing it happen like you were there. That is more life experience added under your belt. You're exposed to new ideas, new perspectives, and most importantly, new patterns. So when you read a book, you're accumulating more life experience, which improves your fluid intelligence. Now, this is proven by studies because studies show that reading improves neural connectivity, especially in the parts of the brain that are responsible for problem solving and comprehension. Think of fluid intelligence as a muscle inside of your brain, and think of reading as weights. The more you read, the more you're working this muscle out, which is going to make it stronger and keep it sharp. Reading forces your brain to process complex narratives and find connections faster. You're constantly questioning things in a book, like what's going to happen next? What is this character thinking about? Do I like this character? Do I not like this character? This is the stuff that increases your fluid intelligence tremendously. How does reading improve crystallized intelligence? This one is fairly obvious. The more you read, the more knowledge you're going to get. Nonfiction teaches you facts, while fiction improves your vocabulary and broadens your cultural perspective. And the more you read, the better you get at absorbing knowledge. So if you take someone who's reading 50 pages a day, and then you take someone who's reading 100 pages a day, the person who's reading 100 pages a day isn't just gonna be 2 times as smart and know 2 times as much stuff. It is a snowball effect for your brain. So the person reading 100 pages a day is probably going to know 4 to 8 times as much, because it is compounding. It is an exponential effect. And no surprise here, but studies show that consistent readers have a significantly higher vocabulary as well as a much broader general knowledge. How does reading improve emotional intelligence? For those of you guys who like to read fiction, listen up, because this is the type of intelligence that you're improving most when you read fiction. This is because reading exposes you to other people's perspectives. You're constantly being exposed to new personalities and deciding, do I like this guy? Do I not like this guy? If I was there, I would punch this guy's face in. If I was there, I would give this guy a hug. You are literally experiencing another person's emotions inside of a book. When reading, you get exposed to other people's perspectives and the way they see things. This boosts your ability to navigate real-life social interactions, because technically, you've already placed yourself in those interactions. By reading, you're literally putting yourself in different social situations, essentially getting more life experience. Think of reading as social practice as well. You're literally living hundreds of lives without ever leaving your chair. Studies show that people who read fiction are likely to score higher on empathy tests and they're better at telling what people are thinking based on their facial expression, which is insane. So reading doesn't just make you smarter, it transforms how you think, what you know, and even how you connect with other people. And here's the best part. It is something that you can start right now from the luxury of your bedroom. If this video surprised you or made you think differently about reading, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm really trying to build a community here of like-minded people who are into learning and improving their minds and being on the pursuit of their intellectual mastery. And by the way, guys, thank you so much for showing me so much love on my previous 2 videos. I mean, it was my first 2 videos. I really didn't expect anything. I expected like 10 views. You guys blew it up. Thank you guys so much, man. It means a lot.